Brews and Banter Podcast. Banter Podcast. Brews and Banter Podcast. What up, what up, what up? Welcome to Brews and Banter Podcast. I'm your host, Rob G. And with me, as always, is the Legendary Brew Crew. What up, fellas?
I got water, I got, juice or whatever. It's like, y'all need twin legs? Matter of fact, I do.
To everybody is,
does Delaware have an actual culture?
This is the podcast that we talk about beer, but we also talk about a lot of things that's happening in the world, politics, movies, anything really that comes to our mind while we're here sampling these brews. Grab a drink and pull up a chair.
Money phone, take off the car loan, take off the flex and the white loss. Take off the weird ass jewelry, I'ma take 10 steps, then I'm taking off top off. Take off the fabricate streams and the microwave memes, it's a real world outside. Take off your idols, take off the runway, take off the Cairo. Take off the Sandro pay, 5 days stay, take off for the meal, hella follow. Take off the puff flag, take off perception, take off the cop with the iPad. Take off the unload, take off the onshore, take off the solutions.
Take it off. He's just doing take off everything, huh?
That's right. He is back, ready to tell people where he is. What up, what up, what up? Welcome to Brewing Banter Podcast, where the top kids are rocking in the brew. Well, that be the fuel. And I'm your host, Rob G. And with me, as always, Legendary Brew Crew. What's going on, fella?
What's up? What's up?
Hello, it is us.
It is us. I like that, Yoda. I like that. It is us.
Shout out to Lou. I hope he's joining us shortly. Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe.
Hey, look, family ties. Family activities keep us on the go, right?
Right. This is episode 164, Bruising Banter Podcast. I had to start it off with a little bit of Kendrick. He has made a comeback. But the song, the joint he did the video for is not on the album, right?
Right. That's correct.
Right. Okay. I was like,
that's correct. Vince and I were talking about that last night. He's like, why do you think about the album? And I'm like, to be honest, I said, I haven't listened to the album. I said, I watched the video, that he made that's going viral right now. I said, and he's like, oh yeah, that's crazy because that song didn't even make the album.
Right. Yeah. Well, I think he just wanted to do the concept thing and keep it moving.
Yeah.
But somebody
which is a good marketing tool, right? Because that brings the attention to, I got something coming.
He would let everybody know he's back. So here I come.
Mm-hmm.
But it was also, somebody made a good point. It was like a more artistic 444. I was like, that's a good way to look at it. Because it definitely is a lot of messaging in this joint.
You said artistic 444. Fill me in. What
Jay-Z joint? Jay-Z's last.
Okay. I got you. That's what immediately came to my mind when you said it. I'm like, wait, okay, all right,
yeah,
okay,
yeah. What's going on, Lou?
What's up, man?
Lou Belgium.
How's everyone doing?
Great, man. Right. I was just gonna text you to ask. We were talking family ties. How did Elijah and them do?
Man, we ain't talking about that. We talking about
See.
So two, because Yoda was giving us a recap of two, and it didn't seem like it.
That was off air. Thanks.
Yeah, let's keep it. If you really want to know, about it,
you gotta celebrate the wins and the losses to a degree.
Why?
I'm not saying go into
detail. Who celebrates a loss?
No one says no one.
Learning opportunities.
Learning opportunities. Come on.
That's what it's a learning opportunity. A loss is a loss. Later on, he can learn from it. Today, you fucking lost, nigga.
What Kevin Hart said on Think Like a Man, it's all about the exercise.
well,
that's what they did today. It's all about your car exercising because I definitely drove about 200 miles round trip.
But here's something I heard on social media recently is that, in school, right, we're taught the lesson and then we're given the exam, right? But generally in real life, we're actually going through the exam to then get the lesson, right?
And sometimes though you do get the lesson first, and you're able to pass the future exam. But most of the time, you're right. You getting that goddamn test right on the fire, like you right in the fire right away, and you're like, yo, I don't even got no water. I don't got no fucking boots that are fire resistant.
Right.
I'm in this fucking fire, burning the fuck up. Burning the fuck up. And today, Wilmington Swarm got burned the fuck up. Jesus,
So,
man, waste of time. I'm late for the podcast for nothing.
All right. Well, before we get too far, I do want to, and I hate saying thoughts and prayers, but I do want to put my thoughts and prayers out there to the folks up in Buffalo. Tragedy that happened there was it's crazy. Somebody thought he was a Call of Duty player.
Right.
No, he thought he was a racist. That was
he is that. But he also
he knows he's a racist.
He knows he's that.
No.
But
he pled not guilty.
Yeah, he did. I thought that was a crazy thing. That was the craziest thing.
If you're gonna own it, own it.
Yeah, ain't you always supposed to plead not guilty? That's what I thought.
I thought so too.
But
I thought so too.
If you recorded it and you did it, if you were doing it,
listen, I'm still pleading not guilty. I don't care.
Yeah, I need the court to do his job.
Yeah,
find
right.
I got you.
They're gonna find that a live white man who killed 10 people guilty. They will definitely find him guilty and let him do a life in prison instead of life in the fucking grave. Fuck him.
Right.
I'm upset today. I'm on one today.
I see.
I don't want to know about white supremacy on this podcast today. Fuck him.
All right. Well, on a lighter note, we do have
that's why we free flowing.
Some guests today.
That's why we free flowing, right, Lou?
They can't talk about white supremacy either.
Right, but that's why we free flowing, Lou.
Absolutely.
Stupid.
We're going free flow away from the white supremacy today, though.
We are going. We don't talk about white supremacy on
anyway.
We do. We talk about how hateful they are. Yeah,
right. We do, but we don't focus on. That's not our main focus.
We get a drink.
Let's have fun.
Let's have some friends. With some friends.
We're gonna be talking about an app that celebrates beer or craft beer
and events.
Yes,
I like it.
So without further ado, for the episode, I want to bring in Ryan and Jeff of Beerscovery. Let me bring them in.
And where's Will?
What's up, fellas?
Good morning, good afternoon, good night. How are you guys?
Good. How you guys doing?
Good.
Welcome to the podcast.
All right.
Welcome.
Before we get into it, we always like to know what everybody's drinking on. So, what are we drinking today? We always start with our guests. So, Ryan, Jeff, who want to start? What are you drinking on?
So pretty obvious here. We're drinking our First State Pure Iration. This is a collab with we did with First State Brewing down in Middletown, Delaware, which I know y'all are familiar with.
Yes.
Right.
So, First State, great guys there. Great people. We've been talking to them. They've been using our service for a while. We've been trying to do some more with them, do some more events together, do some obviously they came down to Irie and brewed this with us. Lab for Irie Jungle. That's what we're drinking here.
I got the
okay.
Great. What's the ABV on that and the style, all that good stuff?
So this is a hazy double IPA. It's 8.5%.
Ooh.
And First State, they got all these great stats.
They keep the stats coming. We love that.
Yeah, they got the hops.
Like
got
that
4 out of 5, malt 2 out of 5, yeast 1 out of 5, IBU 50. I mean, you got everything. So this when we brewed this with them, they've never brewed a beer with 5 hops, and they wanted to we wanted to do something big here. So we got Mosaic, Citra, Sabro, Strata, and Brew One.
Nice.
So that was like we called it the Cornucopia of Hops when we were talking about this. So
y'all are on to something.
That's one of my favorite words, cornucopia.
Cornucopia. There you go.
That's good.
So it's hoppy, but First State, talking to these guys when they're brewing, I mean they bring it down to the science. They don't push stuff out too fast. A lot of breweries push stuff out there. You got to let it sit for a few weeks. It's too green or hot, they call it. And the guys at First State, they do a great make some great beer. So
they got a master system down there, right? The master or advanced? I don't remember what the top level is.
Top levels.
I think he's one of the quality control.
Control. He's like master. Yeah, he's top.
Yeah.
We can talk some more, but we have another collab coming with them as well pretty soon here. So
nice.
we'll get into that.
Their cans always say don't ask me anything. It's on the can.
It's in there. It's not even it's in there. It's on there.
All right.
That's funny.
All right, Lou, what you drinking on?
Oh man, I think I got the name right this time. I'm gonna just read it so I don't mess up. This is Dan Jams, Full Tilt. The Redliest Catch is still kind of full.
Oh, that's sweet.
Is that sweet joint?
Yeah, it's really, really sweet.
Imprint?
No, it's full tilt.
Full tilt.
Full tilt.
Full taste, Devin. Full tilt.
Got you.
I wonder if Phil did that artwork on that one.
I think so. It looks like his work. It does look like his work, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's kind of familiar. That looks like him drawing Dan. I think that is Dan, right?
Yeah, I think he did say he did that specifically. He did that.
I think he did.
Yeah. But this is the Redliest Catch. It's a sour ale with red gummy fish. If you can see here closely, you can see the gummies, the Swedish fish.
Come on, Swedish.
Yeah, they can't say Swedish fish. It's red gummies. Yoda, get it together. It has been said that Candy Dan's love for candied sours eclipsed even the most fruited varieties. His obsession is so strong, he simply couldn't go on another moment without releasing this latest version of For Your Taste Buds. If anyone can do it, Candy Dan can.
All right.
It does contain some lactose, which is weird because this is what it looks like.
Yeah.
It has some sediment in it, and I'm gonna taste it right now.
Oh, you haven't tasted it?
Sweet. It is sweet.
Oh, that's sweet.
Oh,
that's cool.
It has a lot of. If you like Swedish fish, I'm not a fan of Swedish fish.
But
if you like Swedish fish, this is the beer for you. This is delicious for Swedish fish fans. Yeah. This is dope. But I'm gonna just have just one because I'm not a Swedish fish fan. But I'm gonna drink it.
All right.
It's very. Y'all were right, Yoda. This is very, very sweet.
It's sweet.
It's like a sweet. Swedish fish aren't sweet though, to me.
Man,
but it's like a sweet Swedish fish. That's I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
Diabeticals.
All right. Definitely need to get a shot or take some insulin.
It's good though. It's good.
Oh, and it's 4.5% ABV.
Okay.
4.5%.
Okay.
All right. Yo, what you drinking on?
I'm drinking on some. It's ice.
It's ice.
What's that from?
Oh, that's the polar bear dude. That's
from the icy thing.
Yeah. That looks like his cousin though.
Yeah, I like his
baby brother.
Yeah, it might be his brother or something.
His brother.
You just gotta do enough changes to it to make it.
It's like the hat and the hair. I think the polar bear didn't have hair and a hat before.
Right. Yeah. Give it a fur bang.
Was that the ice guy? Like the igloo ice?
Yeah. Yeah. But this is cranberry, orange, cinnamon, double Goza.
Oh wow!
It says it right there.
Okay.
Nice. Who made that again? What brewery is that?
Firm.
Okay, are they local guys?
Y'all know? Yeah, Merlin.
Okay, I need to go there. I like that. That sounds delicious.
And this 8% ABV.
Really?
It's supposed to be coming on the podcast. So come on, Firm.
Yeah. So we actually met them down at the Baltimore.
Craft beer, whatever. The same thing that they had just yesterday.
Yeah,
but in Baltimore.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is I drink a lot of it, but this is what it looks like in a glass.
Okay.
It's so nice and it's nice and sweet. You can taste the cinnamon on the back end. Like you can't taste it immediately, but you can taste it after it sits on your tongue a little bit. But you can taste the cranberries a lot. Yeah.
What makes a Goza?
It's a little saltier.
I thought so. I didn't want to be incorrect.
It's not salty? Like super salty, but it's there.
Okay, you can taste the hint.
Yeah, you can taste the hint of it, but it's good. It's delicious. I would pass me another one of these. But one thing that it does say is it says must keep cold. So that's why I was trying to drink it, but we was taking so long to start. So I shut it down for a little bit. But
right.
I'm gonna
drink up and remarry.
Yeah.
Well, has it warmed up for you? Can you taste the difference?
It did warm up some,
but you hadn't tasted it yet.
I think that made the cinnamon come out more because it's a little warm.
Yeah, like hot apple pie.
Yeah, yeah, like that. Good job.
Yeah, hot cinnamon is the bomb, yo.
Yeah, hot tamales.
Huh?
Hot tamales.
Is that what hot tamales are? Just hot cinnamon candy?
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be, right?
I don't know.
Oh, I thought you meant like real tamales.
Oh no, I
was like, what is the cinnamon in that plant? That's a plant. No cinnamon in that.
Before we get to you, Dev, we want to bring our one of the other members of Beerscovery into the podcast. Welcome, Will. What's going on?
What's up, Will?
What's going on, guys? How you doing?
We doing all right, man.
What's up, Will?
He's like, I just landed.
Yeah.
ran into the presidential area of the airport.
Right. It's discount Delta Suite.
Real.
Yeah.
Had the Wi-Fi code and he logged right in.
This flight's been kicking my ass.
Well,
this is the life you chose, brother.
Right.
You're right. No, you're right. You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong at all.
I mean, but you still got a smile on your face, so it's all right. Life is kicking my ass. If life kicking my ass and I'm smiling,
that's a good answer.
I'm all good at that
You
point.
want.
No, definitely. I'll tell you what, I'm not complaining at all. So.
Right, I heard that.
0.
All right.
Well, Rob, ask him I asked him. What did you get a chance to grab a beer before you sat down?
I did actually.
You did. Oh,
first thing, this right here. It's a problem.
It's fire.
That's all right there. I mean, they're collab. It makes sense.
It is good.
Everybody drinking
for sure.
This podcast is sponsored by First Aid, obviously.
Right.
Hey,
pretty much.
They didn't even know yet.
They were at the Citizens Bank Park yesterday with it too, right?
They've been pouring out at all their festivals.
I saw them there. Mac Broom made it there too. They were pouring.
Mordini was there.
Yeah.
He was. I saw that.
I tried to get our name in there, but maybe next year.
All right.
I'm with it.
It's pretty cool though. Yeah, at the Phillies ballpark, they have the big beer fest. Luckily, it was a crappy day yesterday, but still looked like a good time.
Yeah, we were supposed to podcast from there 2 years ago right before COVID, and then
Gonna get to run the bases and everything. I couldn't wait. Still waiting.
All right, that what you drinking on?
Well, thank you, Rob. I'm glad you asked. I went with a very, very traditional Belgian wheat style beer, which is the Allagash White.
Okay.
I've been on this kick lately of making sure that I keep this in my fridge, like just like what you would have on hand. Let's say if we were kind of the everyday traditional beer drinker that drinks the Corona and the Heineken. I'm going with the everyday, Allagash White as an easy pour. It's something a tradition that my neighbor and we started because we both work from home a couple days a week. It's light enough, 5%.
Don't tell him yourself. Don't tell him yourself now. God damn, what the hell? I get drunk on my days from home.
Hey, listen. I don't have them problems.
And work at the same time.
Listen, I don't have them problems.
Right, you're right in the camera, like
just know that I don't have the problems.
Right. Yeah, good job, boss.
If you let me tell my story, I can tell you how it goes.
No, we made it up, man. We made it up.
We'll need it now.
After working from home on a long day and you want to shut the computer and you want to stand around the kitchen island, then you crack you a nice wheat Allagash Belgian style beer and you can still function. You can still make sure you make the kids some food and some dinner, and you're not bent. You know what I mean? By the end of by 6:30, you're not bent. You can just keep on pouring these.
So you're saying this is a good 4 o'clock beer and not 11 o'clock a.m. beer?
I don't know. I only drink 11 a.m. on vacation. I only drink 11 a.m. on vacation.
Good answer. That's a good answer. That's on the board.
Good answer.
Definitely would be on the
you
board.
see how he cleaned that shit up.
Yeah.
After you close your computer down,
finish my story, I will clean it up real nice for you all.
It sounds like y'all were trying to create the story for me. That's what it sounded.
I was. I feel like you get drunk at 11 o'clock on your work from home days, but maybe not.
And listen. Let's be clear. I can drink on the clock. I work for a company that'll take us to a Phillies game in the middle of a work day, and we can drink and be merry. So I don't have them problems.
Cheers to your boss. All
exactly. I don't have them problems.
I used to have bosses like that.
Right. Fun. We'll be doing that in 2 weeks together. But anyway, it's definitely a pass me another. It's clean. It's really, really hits the spot. And again, 5%. It's a little below my threshold. I like to be 6% or higher, but it fits the everyday beer genre.
Word.
Yes.
That's a classic.
Right classic,
man. Yeah, 100% classic right there.
Absolutely. Yeah. Rob G.
Yes, sir.
You got a beer today?
I do actually, and I didn't know we were going with a lot of sours, but I guess
that's the.
Keep the party going, dog. What you got?
I got from Dewey Beer, the Secret Machine.
Ooh, that's a good one.
A lot of local stuff too.
This is lemon, strawberry, pineapple, and summer punch. Their fruit smoothie. There it is.
Lemon pineapple.
Yeah, 7%. So it's not too bad. I mean, it's not too.
You got to keep that cold with all them.
Oh yeah, I'm already halfway done.
What's that? This guy lactose.
Is that halfway? Right? That looks like a lot of way.
It's mostly done. Yes.
When you put it, is it thick? Is it hazy? Like what is it?
I mean, it's definitely cloudy. I mean.
Okay.
Looks.
Yeah. Look at that glass, boy. Look at that glass. You see them layers?
That glass clean as a mud.
That thing was layered up.
Oh, because the rings? Yes, sir.
Layered up, boy.
Baby. That's how we do it.
That thing like a tree. She's all them
do beer clean over here. Y'all already know.
Right. 3 hours straight.
Right.
Yeah. Actually, I had to clean it right before because it was dusty as shit when I first picked it up. Oh, this
sitting on the shelf collecting dust.
Yeah, it was mad dusty. I had to work for it.
Got the saline solution now, got the glue gone and everything. But that's together.
Yeah. I don't know what glue gone, but yeah. Yeah, but it's good. So I'm gonna say pass me another of this.
All right.
I don't know exactly what summer punch is, but you can definitely taste what all the other flavors are. Does anybody know what summer punch is?
That's like Hawaiian punch and Sprite with a little side of ginger ale and lemon.
Oh, so then I'll taste that too then.
Yep. That's
I was like, what is that? That is okay. There it is. I didn't know what summer punch was, but this was the last one on the shelf, so I was like, it must be good because everybody bought it. So I'm like, let me grab it before it's gone.
That ain't always true though, but yeah.
It's not. But they had a whole lot of other ones.
Stop living your life like that, Rob. Stop living your life like that.
Don't always take the last one, Rob. You never know.
Well, in beer, I'll take the last one.
Okay.
Maybe not in other things.
Got you. That makes sense. Way to clean it up. Everybody clean it up. Y'all got brews and Swiffers out here.
That's what we do here. Improv, baby. All right. Well, we talked enough about beer. We want to know about the app, where it's going. How's it been since I think Will? I can't remember what episode that was, but it was
I got it. I'll bring it up. I'll bring it up when it's necessary.
It's necessary.
Like now.
It's too late. Y'all on point. I'm not on point. Nobody knows. It'll be necessary later. Be quiet. Keep going.
Okay. Well, we want to welcome you all to the podcast, and let me give you another round of applause.
Welcome, guys. Welcome.
Thank you.
Glad to have you guys on for sure.
Thank you.
It's been a while since a lot of things have happened since then. It was pretty much a brand new baby app.
Yeah, it was.
Yep.
Now it's a full-fledged teenager or adolescent. I don't know exactly where.
Getting there, yeah.
I mean,
coming out of toddler,
it's
maybe.
Definitely in school. Yeah, it's definitely like kindergarten, first grade.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
School age.
Right. So it got friends.
Going on.
Got some friends. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, going to birthday parties and stuff.
Yep.
Pizza parties. Yeah.
Here and there, yeah.
No more nap time.
Nope.
Right.
Right. Oh, for people who do not know what it is, or who you three gentlemen are, what is beer discovery? Like anybody could take this question, I guess.
Nobody. I'll explain.
I'll jump in. So yeah. I mean, over 2 years ago at this point, I met Will. At a Two Stones Brewing up in this way. Two Stones Pubs, and he was EQ doing some EQ drops, and kind of had this idea, and there was no good way to really advertise beer events, beer releases, besides Instagram. But at the time, EQ didn't want to put a million little small micro events on their Instagram. So it was like, how can we, I end up talking to Will. Just being, I'm a craft beer fan myself. I was waiting in line for years, getting beer, all that kind of fun stuff, and talk to him. I'm on the tech side of things. I'm an app developer, that kind of stuff. Jeff here is our web guy. So we're the tech guys, but I met Will, and it was kind of it stemmed from that. How do we how can we better advertise our beer releases, beer events? You're not just using social media necessarily. So yeah, Beerscovery kind of again, it's been a couple years, and we kind of went through COVID. We've had a lot of adjustments through there, and now coming out of it. But yeah, I mean we're there to promote your beer events and releases. without any ratings, without any of the social media, without any comments and drama or any of that kind of stuff. It's just like, for myself, I was going for years, going up to, Vermont and different places, making beer trips. And it was, how do I know I'm going up to, I'm visiting some spot. How do I find the best beer, the best, freshest stuff up there? I'm going to Google, I'm searching breweries on Google. That's bringing me to some websites. Their websites are, a lot of breweries' websites aren't, the most up to date. They don't have all their info. So you're jumping to their social sites. You're trying to figure out, is it their Facebook or Instagram they use? You're jumping to their Untapped. You're saying to yourself, shit, where were they on the map? You're going back to Google. So like, we're trying to figure out, at least for myself, like I wanted to build an app like I would use.
Yeah.
And then, from Will's perspective, obviously Will, being in the industry, this is, what would a brewery want to do with this app? How would a brewery want to promote their releases and events in a way that doesn't exist today, or just as annoying? Instagram's hard. You can't just post a bunch of links and all that on Instagram. They make things hard for breweries that way. So similar on Untapped, you're not going into Untapped or on events. You're going there to search your beers, find ratings and all that. So we're trying to find like that middle ground. We're not really competing with either. We're trying to find a nice, easy place where, there's no logins required. You don't, a lot of people don't like Facebook and Instagram and social media, but they love beer. How do they get their info today? They can't. They got to rely on their friends who have Instagram. So that's kind of where this started. And like, we've grown a lot over the last, year and a half now. And, we're excited where we're headed. And, again, we're making friends. We're learning about the industry. Will knows about the industry, but
I'm learning.
Yeah. Myself and Jeff, we're learning how we can keep building features and things that, we're listening. I think that's the big thing. We're listening to all these breweries who are using us, giving, we tell them, hey, here's our platform, here's how to use it. If something sucks, let us know because we'll fix it. We'll make it better. So that's kind of where we're at. And, what Beerscovery, the kind of very basic concept is there. And we're growing again. We're getting we got some big plans.
So Ryan, the question I have specifically around, as you're saying, more and more breweries are using it and tapping into it. What is like the typical like onboarding process for a brewery that's maybe already existing or that's up and coming? They might be starting, some already have the brick and mortar or whatever. Some may be working toward that and may be more in the events to promote. Do you guys kind of have dual lanes or one individual lane for, depending on what phase a brewery is in? And again, what does that onboarding look like?
Yeah, I mean, we've worked with breweries who are not even open yet. For example, Replay Brewing in South Carolina, we're going to be pouring them at Imprint's event. But I mean, they were in our system since they were, building their building. They didn't even have beer yet. But they were, slowly putting some stuff out there, and now they're open and promoting their events through us. And we've obviously jumped in with breweries who are very big, very well known, and trying to figure out how do they want to use us compared to the other systems they use. But yeah, the onboarding process, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. I mean, at this point, we're there's four of us. We're not some big company.
Right.
We all have other jobs. We're all doing this as like our passion project and kind of just that's that kind of thing. So the onboarding process is very much just hey, shoot me a DM or an email, or there's a way to get more info on our website that goes to our emails. And I talk to everyone who we set up. I'm sure that they are familiar. Hey, if you want to get a walkthrough of our system, I'm happy to do a walkthrough, dedicated walkthrough, show you how to use us, how to effectively use us.
So they pretty much input the information that they want to share, or is it kind of questionnaire, kind of must complete?
Yeah, I mean, for hey, if you're interested, pretty much that's all we need to know. We can put all their information in, the basic, brewery info, address, phone number, all that kind of stuff. Give them an account, and then it's up to them to kind of just go and promote,
upload and put it in.
Yeah, we have a whole custom back end that Jeff built to kind of for breweries to use.
Nice. They're going to tech you right there. They're going IT support first level.
So yeah, I mean, we were very much and then once the breweries have an account, they can go on and check us out, and they have lots of options for when they put an event. It could be a beer release, it could be a festival, it could be just general news. It could be just a general event. We try to give them a lot of options to kind of make sure that we cover all of our bases there.
Yeah, I had a question. If like on the website, is there more information on the website than what I can find through the app, or is it the same information?
It's probably a lot of the same information. That's somewhere that we probably admittedly need to improve on, of like telling our story, telling our what we're about. Obviously, we can do this on podcasts and things. We probably need to get that a little more on the website there. But
I feel like to your question about like, is there more on one or the other? Not really. It's all like the same data, but like Ryan will like beta test features on the iPhone app first, and then we'll figure it out, tweak it, and then we might move it up to web or vice versa. So sometimes they're a little like imbalanced in terms of like things you can do, but mostly it's the same experience.
Okay.
Yeah. But that was important. Like, I'm an app guy, so I'm all about the iPhone app. Like I develop iPhone apps. That's my career. But rolling out, coming out here, we needed a website, we needed a mobile experience, and we needed an Android app. You can't just be one domain there. So that's where Jeff came along and kind of helped us out there to develop the website, and we're trying to keep all the features on parity and all that kind of fun tech stuff.
Do you guys is the focus of the app to have all breweries in the nation and festivals and releases on this particular app as the main goal, or are you guys selective or going to be selective on who you choose to be on there, what festivals, what releases, or do you just like want everybody to know where to find their favorite brewery at? Like what is the ultimate goal as far as that goes? Like every beer brewery in the nation, or the breweries that you guys work good with and selective of?
Yeah. So, I mean, to coming out the gate here, obviously, I could never, I could make an app and we could build websites and do whatever without our man Will here, with the connections, with just the industry, knowing, the industry knowledge, and just be, knowing how to throw events and do, all that kind of stuff. Like we wouldn't be anywhere with Will's, just his connections and experience. But yeah, I mean, we're not selective. I mean, to coming out the gate, we very much were focused on the East Coast, just because that's where we're all from. We're all on the East Coast. Will's been, was up in New York for a while with EQ, down in Miami now. So you see a heavy presence using our app in, the Boston, New York, New England area, and as well as Miami, obviously. But yeah, I mean, we're trying to get out west, trying to get, our end goal is to, be the main stop for, beers, events, and releases. If you're going to travel, you're looking near you. That's kind of our goal. We don't want to be selective. We want everybody. Okay. We want everybody in here. And it just so happens that we have a lot of great friends and connections now that are using our app and everything, to get us off the, get us going here. But our end goal is, hey, we'd love to have, again, not just breweries, but bars, restaurants, bottle shops, anyone doing craft beer, good. Again, if I'm traveling up to New York or Vermont or wherever, like, and I just want to go grab a 4-pack, how do I know where to go, what bottle shop to go to? I'd love to have like all these awesome, very, bottle shops who do craft beer well, and have them on there. And so, if you're traveling, how do you find a good, bottle shop? You can put it in Google, you can put beer in, but it's going to be hard to know who's actually
what's a liquor store and what's an actual bottle shop that's specific to craft brew.
To that, are you guys planning to do things out of the country, outside of the U.S., like build it that far?
No, definitely, for sure. Eventually, I think we could definitely do some stuff out there. I think if we ever do start, the UK or the Denmark area would be probably one of the first to go with. UK being huge on apps already when it comes to beer, so it's a good place to actually start. When I'm out there, they're the number one place in the world that uses Untapped, believe it or not. And in Denmark, when it comes to social media and stuff like that, they're huge on Instagram and social media when it comes to craft beer. So those areas are already like well informed on craft, where to look and where to be and what to use already. I think with this app will be even bigger and better in those areas for sure to start.
Because I would want to use something that I'm familiar with if I'm from the U.S. and I go out of the country. I'll be like, I just want to be able to use my same app that I use when I'm home. So
and just type in Denmark instead of Bloomington. For sure. I like that. We know so many. We've had so many people in the craft beer industry on the podcast, and we've met so many people, and they all like a lot of them, a small majority of them, not a lot, always putting together tours and trips. And this sounds like it. Like a lot of them base where they're going based off the beer that's available at the time and the amount of breweries that are actually in that area. So yeah, that's dope. I just wanted to congratulate y'all on that. I don't have a question. Yeah.
My buddy, like, it's funny. My friend is here visiting Miami right now, and he used the app to go everywhere he's been going in the last few days. Yep. Literally every bar, every brewery, everything has been through the app, and he's been messaging me like, "Yo, this is dope."
It really works. It works. So he did the beta. He did another beta test for y'all.
Yeah, this is it. That was cool to hear that. I'm like, this is pretty cool.
It lets you know you're doing the right thing.
And also, cool thing is too, if like when you, for example, I think some of you guys were with me and Ryan at our event here at Trippin' Animals recently.
Yep, Ari Jungle.
So you see how the cool thing with that is we take some of these breweries that no one's ever heard of, and they're trying to come up and try and do their thing, and then we put them on with us out there, so they get to meet all 85, 86 breweries that are there with us from around the country. They get to meet people from all around the country, and we had people from the UK with us. We had people from all over Europe here at the Ari Jungle. We had people from all over the place, and they got to meet all these people, and people got to try their beers for the first time. Another cool thing was distro. I had distro companies coming up to me being like, "Yo, I just tried this beer from Zool out in Knoxville, Tennessee. That was dope. Like, that's cool."
Yeah.
And you know, good for them, because now that distro company can now distro them in whatever state they're at. You know, which is good for it's good for everybody at the end of the day. So that's something that I loved and I appreciated, and I wish somebody was there to besides. So I had other half at the end of the day with Equilibrium. They helped out a lot with us, but you always wish there's somebody there to try to help you out and try to help you grow and be there for you at the end of the day. So
Now you Lou found it. So you were on episode 118, which was almost a year ago. I was right. It was more than a year ago. It was May 4th.
A year and a week. A year and a week.
So we heard Ryan wanted the app and what started the app. So what and so for people who didn't listen to the episode, why did you say I think this would be a good idea for an app? Did you say I just need one more thing to do, or
my life's crazy already. I'm losing it most of the time, but I'll tell you what, I wanted personally when I'm talking to Ryan and stuff, it's more like we started doing something at Equilibrium that I've never seen anyone really do before. Like, we're just doing these drops and these pop-ups and these let's see, there are time drops, but also tap takeovers with a drop to go with it in states. Like, usually you do that in your backyard, or if I'm in New York, I'm in a city, or I'm upstate New York, whatever.
Right.
I was in Delaware. I was in, PA, South Carolina, North Carolina, like going everywhere doing these drops. And it was hard to push on social media and let people know everywhere because there was so many going on. It was overwhelming. So how do these people know where we're going? If the place didn't promote, then pretty much I was screwed at the time.
Right.
I'm in the water, and I'm trying to, make this big name out of Equilibrium because I'm running the brand. And then Pete's doing all the, the recipes with Ryan. And so we're trying to develop this whole big thing for Equilibrium and doing something that no one ever done before. And the app thing was something. What can help us? What can help us push this more? What can help the customer know where we're going? How can the customer follow us state to state or country to country or whatever we're at? That is the solution was the app right there. And Ryan, being a tech guy, it was like this is him. For him, it was easy to do, easy to put together.
Perfect marriage. But
it was easier for him than someone like me. I've never put an app together.
Right.
I could barely put my clothes on.
Jeez, Will, come on, man. Give yourself some credit, Will. You get you window seat every week, man.
It's difficult, but it's all here. But to actually develop it, put it together, you need a team behind you and good people people that care that actually want
people who love macros. So Ryan, you like macros?
Oh yeah, I mean.
There you go.
I don't know what macros is, but Ryan said, yeah, like that was sexy. Like,
macros, it's like the recording functions, whatever.
Yeah.
He said you like macros like it was nachos or something. Like,
I thought it was talking about beer. I was like,
yeah, right. I'm like macros,
macro breweries.
Ryan was like,
that's micro.
He was like,
macro is that data. That good data is that macro.
No, there's macro breweries and there's micro breweries. Macro brewery are the bigger plant breweries.
Highlight.
Got you.
There you go. So it all does come full circle. I got educated on macros just right now. Macros are not nachos, ladies and gentlemen.
Bet you buy the chip.
So you over the years you've grown to just not just being more just breweries telling what brewery releases are and stuff like that, but you've actually done events, thrown events to, as well as promoted events and stuff like that, and obviously you did the collaboration. So what are some of the events you've done, or what are coming up soon?
Yeah, I mean
go ahead, Roy.
Yeah, so I mean we've obviously, looking back a year ago, Irie Jungle last year was our first kind of venture into that, and we've done a few since then. Obviously you all came out, a couple of you guys, for the Too Hot for Graham event down at Imprint.
Oh yeah.
Which was kind of like our first like standalone event, which was was cool. It was stressful, it was all the above, but it was I think it turned out a success. We had a great. We filled the place. We poured pretty much all the beer. Nice. And it was it's, I think, like Will said, like I'm learning from Will. With every event we have, I'm taking a little bit from him. Like how can we make this? How can we have like a little festival inside a festival?
Right.
How can we do something different? We're not just a tent. We're different. Yeah. We got swag. We got beers from places you've been able to try before.
Mm-hmm.
How can we just bring something cool to a fest that like is just you'll remember us by? Mm-hmm. And then it's been fun. I mean, hey, again, 2 years ago I was on the other side of the line at the festival, and now I'm now I'm pouring these amazing breweries and talking to these people, talking to you all, and it's been it's been humbling myself. It's been grateful. I've been grateful for all this. It's just been fun, man. And like Will said, like being able to now, like, hey, I can help out a brewery. Like some of these smaller breweries who use us, like, hey, yeah, we're having this event that's going to be pretty, a pretty big event, a lot of hype to it. Mm-hmm. We'll come pour you, and to them that's like, hey, we would never have been able to get to this event without you all. And it's cool. Yeah, be able to help people out, and it's just. It's cool for myself to be in that position all of a sudden.
Ryan,
this beer community is amazing.
Ryan, can you elaborate on being able to help and pour? So, I'm asking the question, but elaborate on it for me. Do you guys like call a brewery that can't make a festival and just get them to ship beer, and you just pour for them under their moniker?
Yeah,
or do you just have a bunch of beers to choose from under the Beerscovery tent? And it goes that way. How does that?
It's more so per event. We've been kind of reaching out to different breweries. Like I like with each event, I'm trying to reach out to different breweries who use us, who maybe we haven't poured before, just to give everyone who's used our platform. Like I want to get them some attention. I want to get them some love. I want people to know their name.
Absolutely.
Got it.
A year ago, no one knew Beerscovery, and no one would know Beerscovery without these breweries. So like, I want to make sure that they get that we can pour them at some random festival, at Imprint or Irie, and like again, they never would have been there. Like that's to me, that's
that's
awesome.
A win.
Yeah, that's a win. And that's definitely dope because we had like you were saying, Replay and Zool and the Tin Barn.
Tin Barn,
like,
yeah.
Like I've never heard of them until I went to.
I've never heard of them until just now.
Right.
Yeah.
And Replay had a coffee joint that was amazing.
That was crazy.
Lava Stout, yeah.
Yeah. That was crazy.
I was like, look. It was Chef Kiss.
Okay. I just wanted to know.
I haven't talked to Ryan about this yet, but I was going to talk to him afterwards about this. But let's do it out.
Hey, family, what's up?
Ain't nobody
listening.
First off the podcast, Voodoo talked to Voodoo this morning, and Voodoo's talking about probably doing so Beerscovery. They want Beerscovery to be a part of the Voodoo's event. Good vibes.
Nice.
So for me, it's huge. It's big, and this one I'm going to pass over, of course, to Ryan, who's been doing an amazing job at getting all these together, putting in where they are. But
so okay, I was just going to say, so like when you because you're the connector, right? You're this vessel, right? How does, without obviously giving away, too many details of your process, like it seems like that you take this conversation or this meeting and you can lob it to Ryan, and you guys, that marriage that we've been talking about, he can take it kind of to the next step or the next level, right?
So that's what we usually do right there. And for example, today when I talked to them, and I'm like, I got to talk to Ryan at some point today, let them know.
Mm-hmm.
They want to do something pretty cool. Instead of like at their events, if you ever been to Good Vibes, they go heavy with all kinds of stouts, sours, IPAs, and they actually want to bring a lager side to this one.
Nice.
They want a beer discovery, like, hey, bring the best lagers you got, bring your A game. Let's put some people out there lager wise, which lagers again made a big comeback. Now that they're a big thing these days.
Yeah.
So what can we do with the lagers at Voodoo, which I thought was amazing. I'm like, that's actually a good idea. It's a great idea. Honestly.
Congratulations. That's awesome, man.
Right.
So something like that, which again now Ryan can start thinking of if he wants to do it or not, and go into it. But
yeah. So speaking of lagers, Ryan, did you guys end up doing the lager festival, or that already happened? So, that was up there with Human Robot and them.
That's June 4th.
That's June 4th.
Oh, it's coming up. It's coming up.
June 4th. So we'll be out there June 4th as well. Coming up soon. It's Ryan's backyard, pretty much more than anything for me. So that'll happen soon. And we did a lager event here in Miami for Miami Beer Week, which Beerscovery was pushing everything for Miami Beer Week, which was huge for Beerscovery at that point, because Miami has never had a beer week before. This was the first one, and that Beerscovery all over it, pushing this whole thing was huge.
Miami,
it was a great time.
Yeah, so Miami was lit. It was great. We had a good time. So I was very happy to see what we did out there, and the people, everyone being happy, smiling everywhere, which was great for us. And then another new announcement that, of course, if Ryan wants to take it or not, it's up to him.
Yeah, you leave it to Ryan.
I want things on his plate.
I'm gonna hit him with two.
Number two.
Super Bowl. The first time ever that want to do a Super Bowl beer fest.
Oh.
So Arizona,
nice.
Okay.
It's in Arizona this year. The Super Bowl's in Arizona.
Yeah, it's in Arizona.
You want to do the beer fest during the Super Bowl?
Yep, February 11th, I believe, is the weekend. It's Saturday.
I'll go back to Arizona.
Add to the calendar.
Sorry, Morgan. I just didn't want to go back to Arizona.
So something for Ryan to think about again in the team.
Think about it, Ryan.
But Super Bowl, something that's never happened before. We could be the first. It'd be Beerscovery. Pushing it, and it can be something huge. It could be big. It could be a game changer. Trying to get some of the best breweries in the country. Let's make it the world.
It could
and
be
bring
a
them all
changer. Super Bowl.
Well, yeah, Super Bowl. So everybody want to be a part of that joint.
Yeah,
right.
Yep. Absolutely. Right. And y'all could be on the press kit interviewing all those the athletes and everything. Why not?
Why not? That's exactly. True. Why not?
Invite them after the game.
So I'm actually inviting in the day before. The event is before the day before, and there's people that are going to be out there that's not part of the actual game. So we can get some actual players out there to hang out and be around the
and Bruiser Banter
and media. You need that media.
That leads me. That's a great segue, Yoda and Devin. What's going on with this? Is a Beerscovery has everything beer on it. So what is keeping y'all from putting a premium beer podcast at the forefront, or at least having a premium beer podcast section where we're at the forefront of it? As long as we're at the forefront of it. Where's Jeff at? Ryan? Where's Jeff at as well? He's the web guy. You're the app guy. Using Banter.
Yeah, those things. Yeah, he had to bounce. But hey, I was gonna, again, our platform is craft beer. We're not, we'll take anything, good, anyone doing good craft beer. So, obviously would love to have y'all, on Beerscovery. You can post your podcasts, again, when you post an event, it doesn't have to be your beer release or whatever. It can just be a general news or event. So
we about to be on it.
We'd love you guys to check it out for sure. I was going to
hear first. We'll
perfect marriage.
We'll be on it next week.
How about
holy matrimonies?
If Ryan is up for doing the Super Bowl Beer Festival, how about you guys do the podcast at the Super Bowl Beer Festival?
Listen, man. I love Arizona. I love Arizona.
I've only been to Arizona once, but sure, I love it now.
I've never been. I've never been. I'm going. I'm going. Right. I know I'm going in October. But I can come back in January, February.
Okay. Why not?
February.
That's my birthday month. We can do it. It's cold in Arizona too. It's cold in February right where I live.
Right?
Yeah.
I like to wear shorts on my birthday. Wearing shorts on your birthday in February is the shit.
Yes.
Well, you all got obviously Eagles fans, but wasn't there a Cowboys fan on here?
No, that's me. No, yes, it is.
Oh, Devin, it's Devin.
I'm talking shit.
Devin is.
And I mean, you say is everybody Eagles, but I don't know. Like, Yoda, are you Eagles fan too?
Yeah.
Okay, I just never hear you associate with a team. So
he's not as hype as me on Ryan.
Okay, all right. I see. Right. So don't give me shit for being a football fan. I
was listening to a couple of podcasts. You guys were talking about the NFL draft, and I was like getting a little unsure if it was all straight Eagles.
If it was all right.
Hold on.
I came in with the stats, Ryan. Remember, I came in like boom, like this
is straight Eagles.
So I'm a Giants fan. You got an Eagles fan, and you got a Cowboys fan.
Yeah, it's always a good beatdown when we play them though.
We like playing New York, especially with Dan. What's his name? Dan. We figure out his name was Dan.
It's Dan No Man Jones.
Oh man,
he got earned.
I said Dan Brown.
Dan Brown. That Dan Brown's an author. Dan Brown.
You better do something this year, otherwise, man, they better get rid of him at this point.
Man, they putting all their apples in that basket. They want Dan Jones. Y'all love Dan Jones up in New York.
I love playing Baker Mayfield before I played Dan Jones, honestly.
Look, man, keep Dan Jones. Keep Dan Jones, yo. He gonna win y'all a Super Bowl in like 2050. Keep him. Keep him.
Now, just because we on football, right? Like some of the best games though that I've been to, as a Dallas fan, has been in New Orleans playing against like the Saints. Like some of my customers or some of my company's customers are in New Orleans area, and when we go down there, man, to the Dome, some of those games are the best experiences. Just being in New Orleans.
Are they playing Dallas, or they probably playing somebody else, right?
No, sometimes they play Dallas and they play somebody else. Yep.
Okay.
But it just depends on what time of year we go down there.
No, I love New Orleans. I agree with you. By the way, New Orleans it's beautiful out there when you're out there for the game, especially.
Crescent City.
Yeah, that's the city.
For me, my favorite one so far, and I've been to most of these stadiums. I gotta say, besides almost getting beat up at the Eagles Stadium for wearing my Giants gear.
Right.
Did y'all win that game? Did y'all win that game?
We lost.
And we still was trying to beat y'all up.
That's rough.
That's 100% reason why I can't join that clan. I can't join that clan.
I thought it was it for me. I'm just like, you know what? I'm about to learn a lesson that day.
They going down there in December this year, Rob. It's too cold.
Miami tailgates. I've never seen nothing like it.
I believe it. They barely want to watch the game. They so into the.
You better out just going for the parking lot at that point.
And just listen to the game on the radio. Yeah, listen to the game on the radio.
It is lit.
I believe it.
Insanity out there.
Yo, we talking about football still. The Denver Broncos got a good tailgate too. I went to a Broncos-Eagles game last year, and that shit is wild. It was really good. Ryan, who you like? You like football? Who you like?
He like Eagles.
Ryan.
Oh yeah, I thought you said Rob. Yeah, no, I'm 4 for 4, man. I got
Oh my God.
I got all the Eagles, Flyers.
That's my. Oh, I like Ryan.
I've been
Ryan, we're gonna talk off air. We're gonna talk off air. We're friends now. We're friends.
I got my AI duck back here somewhere.
Oh my goodness.
I've been. Yeah. I grew up outside of Philly, so I've been.
This setup he's
Ryan. Yeah, that's delicious out there, man.
Let's start doing podcasts out of Ryan's basement.
Right. We should have done it there.
He got like sections. This sections
for real
to the room out there.
sections is sexy. Them sections is
Where's that bowling alley, right?
You got a bowling alley? You got a bowling alley in a movie theater in your basement?
He did say develop.
Gosh, you got a miniature
We
golf
want
course
that.
down
That's
there
coming
too?
next. That's coming
He did say
next.
develop apps, so therefore,
Right.
he's all right. He developed apps, so he.
Hey man, hey, have y'all here sometime? Have some drinks. You know, I got.
Yeah, I definitely want to play miniature golf in your basement. That's awesome. You got a bowling alley too?
What do you mean miniature golf? It ain't miniature.
It's 18 holes.
18 holes down there, boy.
You got kids that got a bounce house. They can go jump in that for a while.
I'll do that too.
Oh, we got a bounce house, a trampoline, a pool table, and a miniature golf course.
Everything. Yeah, everything.
Damn,
You better have
right?
ping pong. You better have ping pong. I'll do some ping pong tournament.
Yes.
Got some ping pong. It's folded up. It doesn't fit
Yo, when that,
all today, but
it
I got a popping shot too. I got a popping shot.
It don't fit because of the heavy bar with all the other equipment down there.
Now jumping back to the events and stuff like that. Y'all have an event, a beer tent coming up this weekend. So Imprint. So what are some of the beers that will be on at the beer tent this weekend coming up?
Yeah, so I mean, Imprint's been doing the Hazy Forward for a few years now. I mean, they're awesome people there. It's 100% of proceeds go to CHOP, Children's Hospital of Philadelphia.
Yeah,
so
that's awesome.
They've raised like $100,000 for charity. Like Imprint, just great people there. Like it's have nothing but great people, things to say with working with Ryan over there, one of their co-founders. But yeah, so they're put on Hazy Forward, generally a hazy and obviously sour fest with imprints into the smoothies, doing great things there. But yeah, so
he put himself on mute. It's funny because when he said Ryan and Ryan over there, all I saw was the Spider-Man meme.
Yeah, I was thinking, who is he talking about himself? What's that? I thought the same thing, Ryan.
No, yeah, Ryan Deal from Imprint.
He cleared it up real quick with that second. It was like, who? What?
Nice.
But yeah, he asked us to do since it's going to be generally hazies and sours there, can you pour some stouts?
Okay.
So we're going to be doing the stout tent there. We're going to be pouring all the stouts. We have 8 breweries, or actually 9. We're going to do like some hourly pours. So every hour we're going to have a couple breweries.
Okay.
We pouring some bottles, 5 or 6 bottles from each, or total from each brewery. A couple of those breweries each hour. And yeah, just kind of bringing some breweries like well-known breweries. Other half, Three Sons, Trippin'. But then we're bringing some of the lesser known, Replay. We talking to them at IRI. They're like, hey, if you got a stout, they have a stout, promoting autism awareness. So we're like, hey, let's get this in here.
Yes.
Zool, they're going to send us some stouts. Their stout, like Will said, I don't know how many people I come up in IRI saying this was the stout of the fest right here. VHS, coconut peanut butter stout we were pouring from them.
It was delicious. It was good.
Yeah, it was thick. It was
It was. That was one of my first pours.
I was a glass coater for sure.
Yeah.
it was that thick. It's thick like that.
Yeah.
Chewy.
You couldn't clean those glasses out. But,
Yeah, it was hard.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we're pouring some great stuff and some great beers, and we're excited. It'll be fun. It'll be a great time. Again, if people can go get their hazies and their everything else, but if they everyone's loving some stouts these days. Yeah. The pastry stouts, so we're gonna be pouring all that good stuff.
One other thing I liked that we experienced at the Too Hot for Graham release and festival you guys did in Hatfield, and I'm noticing this trend of these special release or these one of a kind bottle shares that happen on site. I like that. I like what that does. I like what you guys how you guys have incorporated that in. I imagine that's somewhat strategic or whatever, but what can we look for from you guys in doing things like that? And maybe that's more, somewhere Will comes in to do those kinds of,
like that pandemonium,
that special release stuff. So
you like the pandemonium, of course.
When Will put on the fur, when Will put on the fur.
Oh man,
a bear fur, yeah. No, yeah, that's Will's
lane.
The craziness. So for me, I've always been a huge believer in I like to give people a chance to try something new, especially from a brewery that they love. So other half is releasing something that sells out so fast you can't get your hands on, and you wanted to be to try it. I love being like that person with a group of the guys that we have, just to come over and be like, all right, guys, you didn't get to try this, or you never, they sold out in minutes, whatever. But we got these bottles exclusively for you guys. Thank you for coming to this event, supporting the event, and now we got something for you. And that's what I like. I live for that stuff right there.
Yo, you know what's funny about that Too Hot for Graham fest is that it was a small event, but it felt like a big festival. Like, I had just a good time that I would have at a big festival. So
it had like 80 taps or something.
Yeah. And then like the people, everything was still gave you that big festival feel.
You know why? Because things still were things was like readily accessible. Like you had the food, you had even pieces of like you had some breweries that had the pairings of like the cupcakes with the stouts. You really did have everything right there. You were able to have buy your beer, take it to your car, then come back. And still partake in all the giveaways and all the free beer that was being poured. So that all of that, to your point, Yoda, just made it feel like enormous because it was just like endless. It's like they're pouring until they got no more beers.
We didn't want to stop. We had everything. We want to keep going.
And let me tell you though, like getting that thing together. Being a free event, pouring free beer like that got scary. It was the week before that. They were like, "Can we handle that?" There was a lot of like, "How many people are coming?" Like, we don't know. We didn't sell tickets. We didn't have a number, but it was such a good time. We shared so many awesome beers. Like all the breweries that we poured that day, they got invited to Imprint's Hazy Forward Fest, and to me, that's awesome. Like some of these breweries who never would have been pouring their beer in PA are now going to be pouring their beer in PA. Like people are going to be, know their names maybe next time they go down to Miami or Florida. So like, to me, that's just cool. Like I can help the, influence some of that stuff and jumping back to kind of those like special beers, like, pouring these magnums and these crazy things. It's just a cool thing. It's like being able to pour these beers, like Will said, like, that people would never, otherwise be able to get. Like, at Too Hot for Graham, we were pouring, Tripping Animals and Three Sons bottles that, sell out instantly, down in Miami and Florida that, you would never even be able to get up here. So it's being able to share that stuff. It's just cool. I mean, it's just fun. It's
causing people to go crazy.
People were nuts. My favorite part of all, though, and I gotta say this is, which a lot of people I don't think they expected, because we tried to bring all the breweries with us too at that point. So you've seen somebody from Trip, two guys from Trip, and you've seen somebody from Other Half. You've seen somebody from Tin Bar, District 96. All these breweries that came up to not only give us the beer, but to actually pour it themselves too. Right. And you got to talk to one of so people could actually meet him and talk to him and be there with him. That experience for me was everything.
Yeah, the fact that was a free event was mind blowing. I was like, "Yo, this crazy free event is crazy."
We try to do it big, free or not, whatever. We try to for everybody out there, try to do it big for the people out there to support it. So,
I would have paid for that.
Yeah, I mean,
I would have paid for that event. It was good.
So I know Will just dropped two things on you, Ryan. So
bomb drops.
So what else? So what else is coming up? I know. I think you'll be at the Lager Jam as well. Is that correct as well?
So we'll be at again this weekend, the 21st, we'll be at Imprint, but then the June 4th, a couple weeks after that, we're going to be at Human Robot out in Philly. They're going to be doing a log jamming, their Lager Fest, which I think they've done the last year or two. And I mean, it's I'm excited to just sip on some lagers all day. I don't know. It's like Will said, that's kind of like the new, it's coming back. Lagers are coming back, different styles of lagers, dark lagers, dark Czech lager. I don't know, all these styles of Human Robot. I mean, they're the masters of all this. I've been there. I've tried all the different lagers, and it's you drink them and it's like, man, I would love to just always have this. Like, I don't need an IPA now. I could drink this like flavorful, rich, like dark lager, and it's it's great. So I'm happy that they're kind of promoting this in their event. But we're gonna be we're gonna be doing something different. So we're gonna be we're not gonna have a tent. We're gonna have a mobile tent. You know, mobile app. We're gonna do a little something different thing here.
Okay.
So we're gonna be pulling a cart around with our friends from First State.
Nice.
We're gonna have a couple sixtels. We're gonna be posting up at some spots, pulling the cart around.
Okay.
So look out for the lager cart. We're gonna be.
That's a good idea though.
That's what's up.
So this lager fest, this human robot makes you not want IPAs because of all their lager selections. Take me there.
Well, I was going to say this.
I would like to go there with you.
We met.
Going?
So Rob and I met Ken from Human Robot at RE Jungle, and he invited us. I unfortunately cannot make it up there, but if any of y'all can go, shout out to Ken at Human Robot. He's looking for Brews and Banter representation.
Just the June 4th event.
Yes,
yep.
He's looking for somebody from Brews.
Give me a lager that makes me not have to drink an IPA.
I love lager, but the danger about lagers is because they're lower in ABV, you probably do more because you had like a beer fest and the stout is like 17%. I'm like, I'm
gonna take a sip of that.
Can't do too much. Lagers is like, I can go 5%.
Just drink.
Yeah, if it's hot outside, you keep drinking.
Yeah, you gotta
catch
the train.
Catches up on you.
Yes, and you on the
your
ground.
legs get wobbly or something.
You know, with a paramedic around you, giving you options. Nobody wants that at a
lagers are dangerous.
I'm actually headed over down to Middletown tomorrow, down to the First State. We're going to be brewing a collab with First State. So they're going to be pouring. They have a lager they're going to be pouring that they brewed, one of their own lagers. And then we're going to be trying something different. We're going to be doing like an IPL, maybe even some kind of a new variety of beer. So we'll tease it there, but
don't make me brew crash, Ryan. Don't even make me brew crash. I will crash. That is, that's 2 lights from my house.
We're gonna tease it.
Crash you in a minute.
Just go down there so we can then tell us what they brewing.
Right.
It's gonna be a hoppy lager, but it's a little different. They're trying to do something a little different here. First State, they're always trying to when we were doing the pure aeration, I got a chance to talk to the brewer. The brewer is like he's deep into the lagers. He would love to do that kind of stuff. So they have some good people there. So we're excited to do some cool lagers for Log Jam. And so we'll be there. We'll be pulling our cart. Who knows how it'll go? We'll see. We'll have some swag. We'll have some stuff given out. Promoting both Beerscovery and First State. But it'll be fun. Like you met Ken from Human Robot. It's gonna be a good time.
Yep.
Ryan, we got to backtrack. We got to backtrack. Right? Go. What is it?
That's also around Philly Beer Week. Is that part?
Yeah, it's Philly Beer Week. That's the start of Philly Beer Week.
Okay.
That's the very start of it.
Yeah.
Ryan, we got to backtrack a little bit. We normally ask. I'm not sure if we did ask this question. What is your intro to beer, and what is your favorite style?
Oh no, we didn't.
Currently, or back then, even back then. What did you? How did you get into craft beer? Let's go with that.
Yeah. I mean, college, all that kind of stuff. I'm drinking Stella. I'm drinking a lot, light stuff. I came out of college. My brother-in-law and his couple of friends got me into a lot of like Dogfish, a lot of their crazy, like a Midas. So one in particular, Midas Touch, who was like this crazy grapish kind of like fruity aged ale. And that was like kind of my first thing. It was like obviously fruity and sweet and whatever, and like got me into like. There's like different kind of craft beers, but honestly, that was like my intro. So like there's Dogfish. Do
they still make the Midas Touch?
They do. It's every once in a while I'll grab one every couple years just to kind of
reminisce,
just throwback. But yeah, I mean from there it was got into the IPA scene. Obviously that was kind of up and coming around when I was in there. I love a good IPA. I'm probably sound pretty basic here. I'm super into the hoppiness and the bitterness and the bite, all that you get from it. Mosaic, that's my thing. That's with the First State collab, Mosaic was the prominent hop. I mean, we were talking about that a lot. But yeah, I mean, it's besides that, I definitely love a good hoppy lager, like something you can drink outside in the sun and just not feel like. I think, like you're saying, 4 o'clock, your 4 o'clock beer, something that's lighter, got some flavor, that kind of stuff is I'm totally into that. So
yeah, cool.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, Well, before we get to this have not really have to do with Beerscovery, but I know last time Will was on the program, he talked about Dream State. So I was curious to know what's going on with Dream State, where it's at, and all that
sure.
stuff.
Dream State is actually in the next few weeks, if everything goes well, I'll have a nice home location. In the middle of a contract right now. So
congratulations. Congratulations. Good luck, man. Good luck.
Thank you. I have a building. I have a building coming up. I'm not gonna spoil it just yet, but we're in the middle of a contract, so everything so far has been great on it. I'm excited. So I was there yesterday, actually, checking the place out again.
It's going to be in Miami, Will?
South Florida, not Miami.
Okay.
I wanted to be Miami, but the first location is going to be more of the Fort Lauderdale area. So South Florida still. Only like 30-35 minutes off of Miami.
Oh, you and
it's a big location, so I can get some.
And you're in good company in Fort Lauderdale.
What?
I was saying you're in good company in Fort Lauderdale.
Oh yeah,
with the breweries out there.
Species, Three Sons, Orchestrated Minds. There's so many good breweries over there. I mean, people probably still think of when they hear for a lot of Funky Buddha back in the days doing their thing out there. But yeah, there's a lot of good breweries over there, and so I'm excited to be in that area. I'm excited to be around all the breweries as well, and get things started, get things going finally, so I could actually not brew at Tripping Animals anymore, take up their tanks anymore. I feel bad sometimes, but it is what it is at the end of the day. But,
right.
Man, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. Keep
doing what they let you. Yeah, you're
right.
Yeah, that's my family right there. So it's home for me. It's home.
I mean, Devin, Rob, Tripping Animals. I mean, they're family. Like, I don't know what else to say. They're just so humble. They invite you in.
From the moment,
you do whatever you want here, walk around. I've met these guys a handful of times, and it's like I've known them forever. It's like these guys are just such great people. It's down in Tripping Animals.
Totally agree.
Yeah,
totally agree.
You got that, and then I just invested in another company just now. Well, I invested in a few breweries. I'm not. Eventually, I'll be able to talk about out there. I'm putting little by little. I'm trying to grow an empire out here.
It seems like it. It seems like it.
Well, it does say Microbrew Kings.
That's right.
It don't say paupers. It ain't the Microbrew paupers.
That's true. Great. You're right.
Right.
We need that Philly, Delaware location.
Yeah.
I would definitely love that. Last time I was down there, by the way, I was looking. So
there you go.
Yeah, you never know. You never know.
Yep.
But I also just invested in a puree company. So
cool.
So what you were drinking? That's was that the shaker machine?
Yeah.
So that actually uses a lot of puree.
Right.
And a lot of these beers, a lot of sours you guys drink now, a lot of them use puree.
Yeah, we had Aseptic on last year. Yeah. That's a puree company.
Yeah, no, I know them. I know them very well. Yep.
They're good. Alejandro over there. What is it? They call him. We call him Alex for short. Was it?
No, I can't even remember.
Don't give me the line.
So I have something like that. I just invested in something like that. So
awesome.
You're gonna start hearing about that eventually soon. Okay. I'm trying to have every aspect when it comes to craft beer. Like,
seems like
I see a lot of people out there doing their thing, trying to make it happen. But me, I want it all. I want a piece of everything. I want to be in everything. I want to be involved with everything.
Once again, Brews and Banter is always looking for investors and sponsorship.
I just bought a piece of land for a hop farm.
Put that out there. Just put that out there.
Yeah, it is a piece of investment that is available to you from Brews and Banter. We just have to have an off-air.
You got a lot of farmland down there.
Yeah, absolutely. Delaware is made for farms.
Right. We got a whole like series that we dedicate to what's called brew drops, similar to like these hot beers that releases that come out. So again, perfect marriage.
We're always around. We're always.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, you gotta look us up, Will. You gotta really look us up.
No, you know what? One thing that I'll say, and it takes me back to when we were at Imprint, and then also when we were in Miami. When we were there, just speaking of Imprint, Will was standing there, with First State, and he let it be known, that, hey, look, I know about you guys, through Brews and Banter. You know, like he's quick to rep Brews and Banter when we walk into the place and when we walk into rooms.
Yeah,
we
will introduce you to everybody he knows.
Yeah, he's like, yo, these are my folks.
Yep.
And I'm rocking with them. So whatever they need, you know, give them access. Time. When we were standing there at trip, when we hung out, Rob and I, we were in Miami, and we hung out over at another special beer release. We were over at Unseen Creatures for
soju.
The soju release, but darn, why can't I say his name? Well, darn,
Hadar?
Yeah, Hater.
Yeah.
Hater's beer release, and we were over there, and then we came over to tripping, and it was just about over. You know what I mean? When we got there, but we walked in. We just felt royal immediately from the moment that we walked in the door. It was still a lot of people there. You know, Will greeted us immediately. Before you know it, we were double fisted with the beers in our hand, like get them something, get them cups. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So again, it just felt good, man.
Yeah,
thank you, man.
It's always a good, always a good time, always a good vibe. I mean, the love has always felt for sure. Meeting all the different people. I think meeting the guys from Tripping Animals, and there was another gentleman I met as well from I want to say Frothy, but I don't know. Yeasty.
Dan from Yeasty. Yep.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, he is. He's great. Yeah,
I think it's frothy.
I was like,
right.
Oh, shit. Frothy and yeasty.
I get it. I get where he was trying to. He was close.
I do too. That's hilarious. That's nice.
Well, hey, I've been in this industry, you know, a couple years now, and like on how many people I talked to now over the last year. I mentioned Will, and I've heard nothing but great things. So I'm blessed to work with him, work with him, and have his
it's your car to the right wagon.
Knowledge. I hear nothing but great things. Like he's done so much for us. So I'm blessed to kind of work with this guy.
Absolutely. I've never heard anybody say anything. It's always been positive. Like he really helps, shows love all the time. So it's always
look at you, Will.
Look at you
out here, boy.
True connector, boy. You a true connector.
That's probably because we ain't talking to the right people. You got to talk to the females. They be like, yeah, he's shit.
All right.
Oh. It's just the brewers, Yoda. It's just the brewers that love him.
No, but I mean, like with Beerscovery, I mean that's something that I think we can help with. I mean, we can obviously create a platform. We can do the tech stuff, but like. I love being a part of this other side of it, which isn't just tech. It's just part of the industry, part of people, part of just just getting helping people out. I don't know. It's just fun, and I've learned so much from Will already, and I'm excited to keep learning more. So
we're gonna keep making it work and keep we try to do different things. Like I said, that Super Bowl.
Yeah, that'd be awesome, man. That'd be awesome.
Brews and Banter presenting from the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Why not? You know what I'm saying? Like something like that. Trying to change the way we see everything and it comes to craft beer.
Out the box.
Think out the box, like
you do that.
It's like when have you ever really seen craft beer ever represented ever? When you see Bud Light and Coors Light having the race and everything.
Yeah, we gotta get rid of Spuds.
What about the rest of us?
Yeah, we gotta get rid of Spuds. Spuds is Mackenzie got to go.
Yeah, so it's like it's our time now.
Right.
Same thing Miami Beer Week.
Right.
Absolutely. I'm looking at everyone like, yo, we got 25 plus breweries in Miami. Why not us?
Yeah.
Right.
What's stopping us from doing what we want to do out here? I get Tampa has theirs, Philly has theirs, New York has. I'm like, it's
Miami, right? It's
Miami. It's Miami of all places. Like you can't go wrong. I mean, unless you do some stupid shit, but besides that,
you can definitely go wrong.
You can't go wrong.
But most of the time you go right. Most of the time.
Oh, I mean, we were in Miami and we came back to Philly and it was like 45 degrees and we're like, oh fuck that.
You can't go wrong, right? Ryan, you can't go wrong.
Yeah, it was definitely it was a great time. Philly to be the first one. It just means better things coming in
next
the future.
Yeah, I think next year's gonna be bigger and better. And there's something you guys go to broadcast out here when you do it. You know,
we're gonna do that.
We're gonna get all four of us there.
Yeah, we weren't prepared.
We're gonna get all four.
All you guys down there.
I pull some strings and and got half of us there. But yes, definitely, I'm pushing for 100%.
Well, again, I appreciate you and Rob coming out, because I mean you were able to help out for a while, pour some beers. It was a good time. You were all talking. Met a bunch of people. It was. I appreciate you guys all coming down, and it just I pulled up in the Three Sons one day. Rob's wearing his Beerscovery shirt. It made me
right.
I appreciate you two guys for going down there too.
Yeah, me too.
No representative. The card. I kept telling them it's not just 2 of us; it's 4. But where we go, we all there in spirit.
That's right. That's right.
I was definitely in spirit.
I had a Beerscovery shirt on, and the lady from my replay came over to me. She's like, "Hey, I met you at I remember your face. She loved my shirt." I was like, "Hey, that's what's up." Because I remember replay because their beer was good, and that's in South Carolina, I believe, right?
Yeah, they're Fort Mill, South Carolina. They're new. And again, we're gonna be pouring their stuff up in imprint. So we're getting to pour some brewery who would never be able to get up in PA.
That's awesome, man. I like that part of y'all's mission. Is that you're finding smaller breweries and bringing them to festivals,
right?
And letting everybody get a chance. And if somebody likes it, maybe they can get distributed to where the festival is. That's a great mission.
The crazy thing about replay, crazy as it sounds, I met those guys. So I was at an event in North Carolina with Trippin', and this was like 2 years back. I want to say maybe a little year and a half, 2 years back. I'm at an event, and we're pouring at a tap takeover at some bar in Charlotte. And all of a sudden, I felt someone tap my shoulder. I was like, "Hey, I feel like I met you before. Microbrew King's Equilibrium, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." And I started talking to this couple, and we started shooting the shit. And I met them a few years back, actually, in North Carolina. And a few years back, they told me they wanted to open up a brewery. And this time around, when I talked to them this time, they're like, "We're opening a brewery now. We're actually going to do this. Like this, we're going to make it work." And I forgot what we were talking about, but I know somewhere in there they were asking me for advice. I was trying to give them the most advice I could possibly give them, and to see that 360 happen, and I'm actually, it could have been anywhere on the planet, but I seen them there. I'm at a tap takeover, and they approached me and they were like, "We're actually doing this. Like this is happening, and we wanted you to know. Like, thanks for the advice, to talking to us, and like this is it." And they're replay brewing. They're showing me pictures of the place, everything. Like, "Yo, come through, check it out." I was all smiles. Like, this is pretty cool to see that happen over the 2 year span, whatever it was that it took them to do it. But they told me they were going to do it before, and they actually did it. And I love seeing that and hearing that. I love it.
Dope.
That grind is for real, and they did it. So.
Whenever y'all want to continue to come on, and or now that you guys have access to the Brews and Banter calendar, and you guys want to promote even these kinds of things that you guys are about to happen or have or whatever, just let's look on the calendar and say, look, are strategically like, this date works with what we've got geared to happen. Like, book it so that we can, even if we do like a quick 30-minute, 20-minute, quick hash or quick drop of something that's coming up, know that this is the platform.
Right.
Definitely. Thank you for that. Sure. Appreciate that.
Well, we're gonna get on your app for our podcast to announce our episodes every Saturday night.
That would be dope.
I agree with you. That's why I brought it up. I think it would be absolutely more than dope.
Yes.
Yeah, no, and that's honestly like, I've even thought about potentially, part of our platform is like, even having like a section that just is about podcasts and about promoting podcasts.
It's a lot of craft
right now. I mean, it's
beer podcasts out here.
How do you find beer podcasts? I'm even thinking myself, you got to go. You got to see them on someone share them on Instagram. To really
it's nothing you can look for. You can't search them on the apps, like the podcast apps. It's not, you can't put beer. And it's a variety of all this stuff, which a lot of it is Anheuser-Busch. It's a lot of it is like main big brand beer, not craft beer.
So that's been something in my, I've got a notepad with a million ideas here, but that's been something is like, how to, is there a segment we can do eventually of just promoting podcasts and like what you all do, and a lot of other podcasts out there do, and just promoting that, and just like you all do craft beer well. You go to these events, you do these awesome things. Like, why not why can't we promote you as well and have like a dedicated space to like link you right off to your, your podcast?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
We want to be in touch off air, Ryan. We have to have a meeting. We want to have a meeting.
He'll give you the walkthrough. He'll give you that
walkthrough. So Rob, I don't want to hijack your outro, but I'm right up against another meeting that I got to run to literally just starting now. But
it's cool.
Fellas, definitely, obviously, we always have a blast every Sunday. And to our guests, Will and Ryan, love to keep building with you guys. And it's always a pleasure to have you guys, be around and be a part of what y'all doing. So I'm going to hop off.
Where can they find you, Deb? Before you go?
Thank you, Lou. You can find me on Instagram at Dev Drinks Craft Brew. And if you need to email me, Brews and Banter Podcast, brand ambassador, you can email me at Dev Drinks Craft Brew at brewsandbanter.com.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Email that man. Get them the emails up.
Any other questions for Ryan and Will?
I'll talk to you guys.
Talk to you. It'll be good.
Yeah, see you, man.
Have a great week.
No? All right.
Oh, I have one more question, real quick. I don't know if it'll be quick, but real quick. You guys talk about always pouring at other people's festivals. Does Beerscovery have a festival that they're planning in the works that you can talk about, that you don't want to talk about? Just future beer fest that's Beerscovery bringing those smaller breweries or big breweries together. That's yours instead of you guys going to other breweries.
I'll answer that one for Ryan. I'll jump in there for a sec. Okay. So with the new property I have, that's going to be coming up. If everything works out well, and it looks like it is.
You mean when everything works out well?
Yeah, stop that.
I don't want to jinx myself. I feel like,
how many window seats you been on, Will?
Yeah, you got to.
You're right. No, you're right. You're right.
Man, you got this.
I have a massive property across the street. It's a park that whenever Ryan's ready, there's a massive spot. We can
it's on you, Ryan.
I love how you do everything.
Hey, you know what? I love it because
whenever I get my Florida condo at this point, like I've been talking too much.
It has his wheels turning. It makes his, but I have this massive, and I mean massive property. We can fit thousands of people on there.
Nice.
And we could do something huge with Beerscovery. So that's nothing that we have to worry about looking for, paying all this crazy money to try to have. Like, I already have it. It's there.
Property. Yeah, we got that venue.
It just needs someone to put something on there. So
Beerscovery Festival 2023.
So if Brian's ready for that Beerscovery Festival, we have a spot. We could do it. We could make it big. We could go crazy with it. We could have a lot of things going on, theming out with something cool. And
I love it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it can be special.
Yeah,
I'm sure Ryan didn't think he had this much work before he jumped.
Yeah, I feel like Will does this all the time. To Ryan, I feel like Will. This is literally a meeting that we're having.
I feel like Will knows. I feel like Will picked this time. He's like, yo, Ryan ain't gonna say nothing to me.
This is the perfect time all over there. He writing it down. He got 1,000,003 things to do now.
Put all the pressure on Ryan. Put it all on him right there.
I think guys, Will and I have worked great together, and I'm looking forward to, we've talked about doing this, something our own, and it's something we've almost done before, and we've been working towards, and we'll get there. I mean, we're at the end of the day, we're a startup. We're a year and a half into it.
Yeah,
we got a long road. We're grinding. We're putting in the work now.
It feels longer.
Our platform's still completely free to use. We're not, we're out there. We're honestly just trying to like get all the feedback and make something that's useful. Make something that breweries want to use, not something that's just we're trying to force out there and charge money for. Like literally, like you can try us now for free and like everyone out there, we're just trying to make something useful. So something good for the industry. There's a lot out there these days that just isn't doing that. But
I've heard from fans of ours about your app, and I haven't heard anybody complain. Like everybody's been saying that it's very helpful in their whatever they were trying to do with the app. So keep going, man.
I mean, we need to get more breweries. We need to get expand Midwest, West.
Yeah,
like someone in the Arkansas these days isn't going to find much use for our app, but our plan is eventually be out there and just to kind of establish things on the East Coast, and then the rest of the country is just going to be catching up. Like that's kind of our our spot right now. So
your app can also influence
ambassadors.
I was about to, and your app can also influence people to build more breweries too. Like you would just mention Arkansas. I don't know how many breweries are in Arkansas, but if there's one, maybe that one can get seen, and now somebody else drinks beer and is like, I got the wherewithal. I want to do another brewery. You know what I mean? So it can expand it in that way too. Y'all have so many different avenues. My last question for you guys is, I think you said there's 4 of you guys on the app.
Yeah.
But according to this podcast, there's only been 3. Who's the other guy, if you want to mention him and give him a little shout out?
Kyle. He lives in North Carolina. He's out in Asheville.
Okay.
He used to work, so I hired Kyle years ago to work with me at Equilibrium. And I've known Kyle forever now. He done all my marketing, like every time you see cans, the Equilibrium cans and stuff like that, that's Kyle.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know, like he doesn't put himself out there like that. Like he loves what he does, and he just chill at home type of dude. But that's him. Like he puts a lot of artwork out there that people don't even know. That's like 3 Sons. That's also him. All those labels you see, that's Kyle. Like he's out there doing a lot of breweries and a lot of artwork for the beer labels and stuff, and a lot of graphics and everything. So he's been with us, from the beginning too, and he's been doing his thing with that stuff. So he's been involved in craft beer for quite a while now.
Right.
Okay.
Years.
He'd be at home in Asheville.
Yeah. Well, hiking outside, but he's more of a homebody though. Like you won't see him jump on a lot of podcasts.
He ain't coming on this podcast.
Yeah, you won't see him do stuff like but yeah, he's a great guy, and he does a lot. So
that's Keswick Design Co. on Instagram. I'll give him a shout out because he's been great. Obviously he designed our logo. Anytime I'm like, hey Kyle, we're having this fest, we need a graphic the next day or 2, he's got it, and it's like amazing. So it's you keep your eyes tuned. We'll have our log jamming Lagerfest cart graphic coming up here soon. Okay. That's pretty cool. Again, all his design, and the fact that he's just designing all these brewery labels is just awesome. I mean, he knows the industry, which is cool. Yeah. So when we ask him to do anything, like he knows the scene, he knows everything. He's not just coming in this blind. So
awesome.
Yep.
Nice. All right. Well, I want to thank Ryan and Will and Jeff, who was here earlier, for coming on the podcast, Beerscovery.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, again, thank you for coming out to Irie, helping me out, pouring, all that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
It was awesome talking to you guys, seeing you all around.
It's always a good time.
You came out to our imprint event, so, we'll continue to, show love to you all.
Appreciate you, man.
Before we go, we'd like to know how people can find more about Beerscovery, yourself as well, if you want to give your IG as well. So how can people find more about Beerscovery? Where can they get the app? Is it just an Apple? Is it just an iPhone app, or is it everywhere? Or is it Google Play? Like, where can they find the app as well?
Come on.
Yeah, I mean, you search Beerscovery on the iPhone App Store, on Google Play Store. We're on both iPhone and Android. If you go to beerscovery.com, you can just access our website again for free. No accounts, no logins necessary. All that kind of crap. So, check us out if you want to get your brewery or bottle shop or bar or whatever into Beerscovery. You can shoot us a DM on Instagram or visit beerscovery.com/I1in. You can fill out some things there, and we'll get back to you.
I'll be sending you a DM shortly, sir. I want in.
Necessary. I got you guys.
Oh, I don't even have to send it. You see what I did? You see what happened?
Look at that.
I'll be looking forward to for you to contact me then. I'll be contacting us soon. Thanks, Ryan.
Provide that service as well.
I appreciate you, man. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, appreciate y'all.
Will,
did you want your handle or anything like that?
Yeah, so definitely for sure. Micro Brew Kings. You can always catch me in the sky. So I thought 24/7 on a flight somewhere, new event, new place, new collab, something new always going on. But big shout out to, and I hope no one takes this personal out there that's listening to me. I ramble sometimes, but lately I've been seeing more of what I call me out there. A lot more minorities out there on the lines, a lot more minorities supporting craft beer, a lot more minorities just in general, like events everywhere. And I'm loving to see that. I love seeing what I'm seeing these days. I love the fact that people are like getting the craft beer, supporting everything that we do. And, the more the merrier. Like, this is for everybody. And I hope everyone always understands that. And for the people that always tell me like, hey, how can I do this? You know, I want to jump in. Anybody can do it. Like I tell people all the time, if I could do it, I know a lot of people that before me have done it. Y'all can do it too. So just, you know, first and foremost, thank you for always supporting. And just, I love seeing what I'm seeing, and it's beautiful. Right. So
absolutely,
you know, it's a blessing every day. I see it's a blessing. So
that's great, man. Great. I feel like that's an affirmation. Great affirmation.
Right.
Yeah. All right, yo.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah.
You can find me on IG.
So weird.
Find me on Instagram at IM302YODA. Yeah.
Lou?
Right.
Yo, y'all know me. I'm Lou Belgium.
All right.
On them Instagrams.
All right. You can find Bruising Banter Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Bruising Banter Podcast. You can listen to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, anywhere you listen to podcasts. You can even say, Alexa, play Bruising Banter Podcast, because we are on Amazon Music. Also, Pandora and iHeart, if that's where you listen to podcasts. Not too many people do, but that's where.
You got the maps. Go ahead and download it from there too. If you got all those apps, go to Bruising Banter and subscribe to all of them.
Right.
Soon to be Beerscovery app.
There you go, Ryan.
Download,
there you go.
Subscribe to that one too.
Right. Remember to smash that like button, all that good stuff. If you want to follow me, Rob G, Rob Stay Bruising, bing, 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 bing.
Man, you gotta do that better than that, man.
Right, you didn't even move across.
There it is. There you go.
It was like bing, 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 bing,
bing, bing, bing, bing. Nobody care about that, man. We like the high pitched voice, bing,
this has been episode 164. Once again, I want to thank Beerscovery for coming through.
Thank you, fellas. Appreciate you. Shout out to Jeff. Shout out to Kyle. Thank you, guys.
For sure.
And until next time,
have a good week, everyone.
Yes.
See y'all soon, man.
Appreciate y'all. Thanks,
y'all. Thanks a lot, guys.
Wind up my face, hand at my heels. At the end, I'm winning this race. Only thinking I chill with children. Don't ever try.